It is increasingly popular today, however, to skip such attempts at environmental explanations, flawed as they may be, and move straight to accusations of bigotry, hatred, and the imputation of motives. This is well encapsulated in the response of scholar Reza Aslan to American comedian Jon Stewart's question regarding the role of religion in influencing values. Religion is no excuse, you're just a bigot. By negating the role of religion, we are left with a large-scale dismissal of much of the Muslim and Christian world as bigoted for holding certain views on topics like homosexuality, with little explanation for why they do so. But more worryingly with this approach is the ease with which people impute motives to others, to tell them that their own religious explanations for behaviours are inaccurate, and that they, the observer, know their true motives better. Whether these accusations are true or not, this procedure is a recipe for cancelling discourse. By skipping to alternative explanations that often suit a person's own worldview, they deny the subject's agency and responsibility, implying that the person's testimony is an act of lies or self-deception. I recall questioning a few young Muslims to find out if they were consistent with their form of Sunni Islam. I asked if they prayed 5 times a day. The response was that they did, because that's how much we love Allah. All actions can have motives imputed to them by the observer. However, if the actor testifies that they are doing outreach or dawah outside a bar because they want to warn friends inside that they are in danger of hell, it may be worth considering that they are being honest, and that the cost of normalizing the imputation of motives onto people is to take away their agency. While mind-reading strains of psychology are becoming common in Western discourse today, with ideas including unconscious bias, post-colonial victim mentality, and internalized misogyny, it is important to consider that a religious person can do similar, and perhaps with new license. I have heard it said many times that the only reason a person is not religious, or that they apostatized, is because they are bitter against God, possessed by jinn, influenced by Satan and non-religious friends, or that they love alcohol or another form of immorality more than the God they know exists but are in denial of. Such an approach, whether done by a religious person or a non-religious person observing religious behaviour, renders discourse with the other hopeless, for they are now interacting with someone who claims to know their motives and their thoughts better than they do themselves. They are stripped of their agency, and dialogue is left only as a show trial after a predetermined conviction. The ignorance of this mode of discourse is that in response to the assertion a person is self-deceived or hateful, it can be retorted that the only reason they are making such an accusation is that they are jealous and hateful and self-deceived. If such a practice becomes habit, discourse will be increasingly difficult.